hope you're doing very well this evening. Tonight's class is inspired by request because someone wanted to know if there was anything they could do to help kind of keep them warm this winter. And of course, there's a lot we can do. Mainly, we can work on this navel center of ours, this physical location, that helps to develop the third energetic center, that center of our digestive fire, the center for transformation. And so, by developing this navel point of ours, by helping to strengthen our breath, developing a more consistent breath, we're doing many things for ourselves. The internal body heat is regulated through this glandular system, but the rhythm of our breath is helping to establish the base pattern of our being. And so when this rhythm is off and the body chemistry becomes off, then we're more susceptible to anything that's going to interfere with our plans. And then what happens is when our focus becomes kind of scattered, because our plans have become scattered, and the whole body is not united, the body, mind, spirit, then what happens is that we, as a unit, we're not efficient. And what can happen is that mental pattern, that the anxiety, the fear, the doubt, is literally draining the heat from our body. But by establishing a very smooth and consistent breath, by regulating our emotional state, then the body's not worried, the awareness of the body is not directed towards something that's not helping us anyway. I just heard a quote not long ago that someone said that worrying is like paying the price twice, right? Because when we worry, we're caught up in something. We're missing all the gifts that are present right now in front of us. We're missing the moments of this present moment. So we lose out on that. And then the worry, usually because we're not putting our energy into being useful, then our worries become manifest and we actually bring them to life. And then we pay for it then as well. So instead of worrying about what might be, do this yoga, do these meditations. Now, develop that consistent and smooth breath. Feel better inside of yourself, because when you're cold, you don't feel right, and then you start to, make your decisions based on emotional. I'm cold, let's go, let's hurry up, let's go somewhere, right? Or we become numb and we don't feel. And the beautiful thing about working with the breath is that what works in the winter to make us warmer, in the summertime helps us to keep us cool. So, if you'd like to learn a little bit more about these lower energetic centers, the first 3 energetic centers, we'll be doing a special class on Tuesday at Waves of Meaning Yoga Studio in Burlington. Please register. There's only a few spots left, but there are a few spots left, so if you're interested, please send me an email and then we can discuss any questions you might have about what that class will entail. And for this evening then, we're come sitting up nice and tall and we'll begin. And just before we begin, I almost forgot. If you're interested in gemstones, mallow beads, anything like that, we are having a trade show happening in the beginning of December. The Toronto Metaphysical and Spiritual Trade Show of Toronto is happening. And I'm personally making these hand-tied malas on silk, 100% silk cord. And they're all natural gemstones. This one is amethyst and labradorite. They're both very powerful, intuitive stones. One is more of an opening stone, the amethyst, and the labradorite is a very protective stone as well. And that's a cherry pit. All of the malas have 88 beads on them. They're hand-tied, each one. So if you're interested in anything like that, send me a message or come on out in December 1st and 2nd in Toronto to the Metaphysical and Spiritual Show. And tonight's class is going to be a little bit more active, so be sure to have some water beside you. Clear some space around. If you have anything that's around you, just make sure that you're not going to knock it over, maybe hurt yourself. So come sitting up nice and tall, easy sitting pose, legs are crossed. And just relax the shoulders, the face, lengthen the spine up, chin slightly tucked in, and begin to breathe very consciously. Breathe into that navel center. As you inhale, feel the breath be drawn straight down through the core of the body into that navel point. Inhale, feel how the lungs fill up. Keep the shoulders and the face relaxed. And as you begin to exhale, keep that length in the spine. Shoulders and face are soft. Reverse the breath out. Feel yourself become light. Eyes can be closed. Gently focus them up evenly to the brow point, connecting to that intuitive source. And slowly now draw these palms together at the heart center. Thumbs will press into the sternum. Continue to lengthen the spine up, but relax the shoulders, the face. And we'll tune in with the Adi mantra, chanting Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. I bow to that infinite vibration, and I bow to that divine wisdom within. Inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. And we'll inhale to tune in. chin slightly tucked in, focused eyes, top of the head. Let this energy rise up. And gently exhale. Release the arms into the lap. Relax the shoulders, the face. And release the eye focus. This evening's class is consisting of 4 exercises. And we're going to move through them fairly rapidly from one exercise to the next. But when you're doing them at home, if you want to do it not with the video, but once you watch the video and you learn the exercises and you want to do it on your own, at your own pace, then you can do each exercise for up to 2 minutes and you can take a break in between. And that's going to give you a much richer experience of the exercises. But if you don't have the time to extend it out like that, then you can also do a shortened version like we're going to do this evening, where you kind of move through one exercise from the next, and then we'll have a short relaxation at the end. So, I'm not sure if the camera angle is going to get me in this one. I thought I set it up better this time around, but we'll see. We're going to start off with stretch pose. So stretch pose is we're going to lie out on the ground, we're going to lie flat, and with the legs together, straight, we're going to lift the heels off the ground about 8 inches. So just about like this much off the ground. Not this much, not this much. So just something like. And then depending on how the low back feels, we'll see what the arms are doing. If the belly wants to stick out and the low back really wants to rise off the ground, then to protect that low back, or if you have any sensitivity, pain, or anything like that, then the arms, instead of reaching the arms towards the feet, just bring the arms underneath the hips, and that'll help support the low back. Right after that, we're going to draw the knees in, give ourselves a big hug, and then continue the breathing pattern from the first exercise. From there, we're going to gently just rock along, holding the knees in. Just be very careful with the spine. And from there, we'll finish with the last exercise. So, come to lie straight out on your back. Toes are pointing. And just remember to keep these legs straight. And then depending on how the low back feels, you can either put your hands underneath your hips or just have these arms extended out in front of you. And the idea is that these heels are going to be about 8 inches off the ground. The arms are going to be reaching towards the toes, not touching the body. And just the head and just the shoulders are going to lift up off the ground. But the rest of the body is going to stay down, so it's not like a sit-up. We're just kind of reaching the shoulders up a little bit. So it's not really up, we're just kind of engaging just a little bit. Legs are together straight. Inhale deep, lift these legs up, and then begin the breath of fire. Begin to pump the navel point to create a steady breath. Hold the posture, inhale deep. Stretch out. Keep holding, exhale. Inhale deep. And draw these knees in now. Give yourself a big hug. And begin breath of fire again. Inhale deep, stretch up. Squeeze in tight, stretch up. Exhale, relax, and just begin to gently rock along the spine. And if rocking along the length of the spine is really not working out, then you can gently rock back and forth a little bit. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm sweating a little bit. And just keep rocking gently. You don't have to go too crazy. And if it feels good, you can really rock all the way up, all the way down. And in your own time, slowly coming up. Easy sitting pose. And we'll just finish with that last exercise. We're just going to bring the hands like this, locking the fingertips down onto the pads, thumbs are pointing out, and these arms are just going to stick straight up into the air. And then make sure the thumbs are pointing straight up. Inhale and begin breath of fire. Pump the navel point to create a steady rhythm with the belly. Focus on that exhale. That will push the breath out, and then as you relax the belly, it'll draw the breath back in. Inhale to begin. Inhale deep. Slowly raise these arms up and just maybe touch these thumb tips above the head. Gently stretch the fingers straight, reach up, exhale, and slowly release these arms. Let them float slowly down to the ground. And just place these palms flat on the earth now. And just release anything. Just visualize any heaviness, any negativity. Just let the ground, the earth, the floor, just release it. Let it flow out of you. When you're ready, slowly bring these palms together, heart center. And thank yourself for taking the time and practicing these simple but very effective exercises and meditative techniques. I thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. May the long-time sun shine upon you. All love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Satnam. And don't forget, if you have any questions or any topics that you'd like to see classes on, you can leave a comment, send me an email. We'd love to hear from you. And once again, thank you so much. May peace prevail upon this planet.